We all need a budget. But start with a budget and make sure that you're writing down your income and all of your expenses, and that throughout the month you're making sure you're tracking what you're spending and you're keeping in line. I like using the Every Dollar app, budget app. I just started using it this month and it's amazing. Every time I make a purchase, I enter it into the app and it already does the deductions and it shows me how much money I'm spending on food and how much money I have left to spend. And sometimes it's eye-opening to see how quickly you burn through your cash or burn through your money when when the month starts, and how much you need to actually pre-plan so you're not overspending in certain categories. I have 3 kids and it's easy to go overboard on food and on utilities and gas. I'm so proud to say that I took every single light bulb in this entire house and I changed it to LEDs. So next month we're gonna start to see my bill decrease, hopefully, and I'll be able to show you guys how much the bill decreased. But it's a little bit of coin to change the bulbs to LED, but once you do it, we should see savings in the long run. So if you have a tax return coming, or you can plan for some extra money to be able to switch that around, it could be good. It could be a good thing in the long term for your energy bills. Also, research your non-peak electrical hours. When your electricity is the cheapest, run your appliances at that point. Where I live, it's 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. in the winter time. So that's easy to remember. I wait until 7 p.m. to cook, to make a bunch of meals for the week, to run my dishwasher, to run my washer and dryer, and all of that. I do it between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. on off-peak electrical hours. And it saves me money. And you can check your bill to see what's the difference in price between peak time, mid-peak, and off-peak. Because my husband's an electrician and he says that appliances still draw power even if they're not being used, but they're plugged in. Is I plug out all my appliances, and I think I'm not eating out. This month, we have not eaten out as a family, and I don't plan to keep taking them to eat out. And it's amazing how $30, $40 here can add up to hundreds of dollars of eating out. The kids don't miss it. I don't miss it. I never really get to eat much anyways, or I have to have a burger without the bun because I'm keto. So there's no point in me eating out. Price match your groceries. I use a app called the Flip app. There's also another app called Reebee in Canada that you can, when you type in your grocery list, it just gives you all of the stores that have those products in the flyers that are on sale, and you can go to your local grocery store and get them to match the lowest price. And it's a little bit of an extra step, but budgeting and saving is extra steps, and it takes work to put in the time and do it. And I love watching videos like this because it motivates me to keep doing things to save money. I buy things in bulk. I don't buy like individually packaged stuff for the kids. I have these metal lunch containers for my daughter and little containers. So if I buy a thing of applesauce, I just divvy it up myself. Or I have reusable plastic, not plastic, but they're reusable sandwich bags with a zip. They're washable. They go in the dishwasher, and I'll put like a little bit of crackers or something in there for her. So I don't have to buy those pre-packaged cookie bags, you know, the pack of 6, because you lose money with those. It's more expensive and it's more waste for packaging too. So finding little ways like that to cut down on your grocery bill is really important. And I have to stress, like, oh man, to be able to do this, it takes a lot of planning. It takes how much meat costs, how much what meals you're gonna make that are actually gonna stretch for the month. Because I used to just plan week to week, and after the first 2 weeks I'm having steak and shrimp, and then the next 2 weeks you're having mac and cheese, right? Well, every single day. So you really do have to sit down, get a little notebook. I have a notebook for my grocery planning and budgeting, and sit down and start planning your meals out for the month, and think about what the cost is going to be so that you can stay in your budget. I make my own household cleaners, so you just use your own homemade, and it's so much cheaper. Like, I made 1 bottle and I've had it for like already 2 months, and it's only halfway done. So I stock up on things when they're cheap. So I stock up, I fill my freezer on that. And I actually need to get a chest freezer, because when you see things on sale, it's important to stock up on them, because if you just go week to week, you could be buying that bacon for $6.99 versus buying it for $1.97 when it was on sale. But you need a little bit of planning ahead of time and a little bit of extra money to be able to do that. And I think stocking up when things are on sale will help you to stick to your food budget. Don't have any food waste, so make sure you eat all the food that you buy, and only buy food that you're going to eat. So I only buy paper towels if we're having a party, and we don't really have parties that often. I have a bunch of rags that I've had for the last two years, and sometimes I buy more from the dollar store to replenish them, the ones that get ratty, but I don't buy paper towels every week. It's just a waste of money, and it's so much waste for the environment too. Our internet provider, and they wanted to tell us, oh, your promotion is over, so now your bill is going to be going up $20. We called another internet provider, we got a quote from them, and then we called back our provider and said, okay, if you're going to raise our bill up by $20, we're just going to go over here and get their new customer promotional price, so we'll just cancel it when the promotion is done. And they said, no, actually, you can stay with us and we'll keep you at the same price point. And I'm like, okay. So that was pretty easy, but if you don't ask or if you don't let them know, do your research, then they're gonna think that they can just raise your bill up. We live in Canada and it gets really cold here. So another thing about the utility bill was to dress warm in the wintertime. We wear our onesies and our socks all the time. We dress warm. We don't walk around in shorts and t-shirts and jack up our heat because we have to pay for gas for our furnace. We make it a point of not spending money here day to day so that we can save the money to go to Disney World again.
We went to Disney World, it was super hot.
Right, when we went to Disney World it was so hot. But it was fun, right? So what we do is we go to the library, we go to the park, we go outside and play in the snow, we go in the bathtub and play with toys in the bathtub. We do all kinds of things that don't cost any money. We have a new park going in right beside our house that's gonna have a brand new facility, park, and splash pad. So we're gonna be there every single day in the summertime for free, okay? Like, take advantage of those things when you have kids. They want experiences, they want to run around with you, they want your time, but they don't necessarily care that it costs a lot of money. And it's important to be able to tell your kids no, because that's life. Like, if we tell them yes to everything and then they get into the real world, they're not gonna know that the world doesn't work that way and that they can't have everything that they want. So the earlier that they learn that, the better. And I tell my daughter, like, we save money in this area or on this thing so that we can plan a trip to Disney World, so that we can go to a staycation in the summertime, or we can do other things. Like, you can't do it all, but you can pick and choose what is going to be in your budget and teach them about budgeting.
And Mommy, so when you've already planned something, you can't do something else before you do that thing, or you won't have enough money to do the thing that you already planned.
Exactly. So what happens is we talk to her about things that we're going to be doing. Like, we're planning a birthday party for her in a couple of months, and we're planning to go to Disney World next year. So when things come up, like, you know, she'll say, Mom, like, why don't we just go buy this? It's a conversation that we're having with her where we're telling her that if we go ahead and buy this today, then that takes away from the goals that we have for later. Like, we need money for the birthday party, and we want our money to go towards the Disney trip. So I think I'm gonna stop the video there. I hope I've given you some tips. Oh, there's one more thing that my husband does that I don't do. He uses his towel more than once. And I feel like, you know what, that is a good thing to do, because I guess he grew up where he had his towel hung up and he uses his towel over and over again for a couple of times and then he washes it. In my household, even though I had 4 brothers, there were 7 of us, we only used a towel once, but my mom must have done a whole bunch of laundry, and I don't care for the laundry, but I think it's kind of like, ugh, to use your towel more than once. But I don't know. I'm thinking about trying it because some people do it, and it does save a lot of times to wash the towels. And let me know your thoughts if you are the wash your towel every use, or you save your towel and you use it throughout the week and then you wash it like after the end of the week or whatever. I'm thinking about doing that. I don't know, it's not my style. I didn't grow up like that. But anyways, I do want to say thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you like this content. If you have any questions or tips or anything you can add to help me save some money so I can pay off my debts, so I can save my emergency fund, and so we can pay down this beast of a mortgage that we have. I'm gonna be doing a video about my mortgage and how I want to pay it off. It's huge. Yeah, so comment down below if you want to see that. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Bye.